up just after 2 on a D&D.
Where was he picked up?
Cheers, on the Jasmine Allen. When he was approached, he tried to do a runner.
It's not every day you get to see an ex-colleague banged up in one of your own cells.
Warn you, it's not a pretty sight.
Jack Meadows.
Hello, Jeff.
I can't believe it. Of all the nicks to get dragged into. Well, I'm not going to lie to you, Jack. I am embarrassed.
Well, just a minute.
But if it's all the same to you, could we do this some other time? My guts are doing somersaults.
What's going on?
Look, don't make this any harder than it already is.
Where'd you get the bruises in?
I had a few too many last night. Decided to walk it off.
What, on the Jasmine Allen at 2 o'clock in the morning?
Not as steady on my feet as I thought. Had an argument with the pavement.
You look a mess.
It's nothing a gallon of black coffee and a change of clothes won't cure.
So, how long's it been? 20 years?
Forget it. I'm not in a nostalgic mood. Well, what do you want me to do? Go down on my knees and beg forgiveness?
His name's Tommy White. He's been looking after the place for Danny the last couple of weeks.
This Danny's the owner of the flat, is he?
Yeah, Danny Webster. He's on holiday abroad, I think.
He's still breathing. Did you call for the ambulance?
I would have done it sooner if I'd realised. I heard voices last night. Sounded like someone was having a right go at him.
Yeah. Did you see anything?
Had me hands full with this one.
Look, I tell you what, let's go and talk in your flat, yeah, out of everybody's way. Dave, you stay here.
Right.
How well did you know Mr. White?
Like I said, he only moved in about 2 weeks ago. Kept himself to himself.
Do you know if he's got any relatives we should get in touch with?
I don't know. He didn't have any visitors. Not until last night.
What time did you hear all the shouting?
About 1:30. He woke me up. My bed's right up against the wall, see?
You didn't hear what they were arguing about by any chance?
He was a bloke. I know that. He was giving Tommy a right ear bashing. Then I heard these other noises.
What sort of noises?
Heavy noises. Bangs, thumps.
Yeah, go on.
Someone opened the front door and then it went quiet. It wasn't until I went to get the milk in this morning that I noticed it was still open. Can't get it out of my head, him lying there.
Slip me out the back door, eh, Jack?
Take care of yourself, Jeff.
Anything, Jeff?
One passport.
He travels light, I'll give him that.
It's an entry stamp for Spain dated 1977.
He gave up the son and senoritas for this dump.
Maybe he got tired of it. Had a yearning for English beer and fish and chips.
It's not exactly the Ritz, is it? Looks like you've hit the jackpot, Jim.
Must be over £5 there.
Snap. Calls himself Edward Craven in this one.
Let's have a look. Yeah, it could be. Date of birth's about right.
What, you know him?
I know of him, yeah. Oh, come on. You must have heard of the Craven brothers. They used to run this patch.
Yeah, well, I've heard their reputation. Ted did a runner, didn't he?
Perhaps he had a guest last night.
These have been both washed and dried. Chances of lifting any prints of this are virtually nil.
Well, there's no sign of forced entry. Maybe he knew his attacker.
Liz.
Anything?
Most of the neighbours don't know anything about him, except one of them thinks they may have seen him down the railway bell.
Cuff. Jim Carver seems to have come across an old friend of yours.
Hey?
Ted Craven.
Back here?
Unfortunately, someone seems to have got to him before we did.
How do you mean?
He was found beaten unconscious in his flat on the Jasmine Allen.
The fractured ribs could be the least of his worries. I'm more concerned about internal injuries.
Thanks, Doctor. Gov,
How is it?
the doctor seems to think it's 50-50.
Is anybody in the frame?
Half of London, if you believe the stories.
Oh, you can believe them, all right. If anybody deserved a reputation, it was Joe and Ted Craven.
He had a run-in with some bloke in the pub last night.
To get a name?
A description. Early 40s, greying hair, medium height. It could be anybody.
No, he couldn't.
The landlord seems to think he was seeing a woman. They were in the pub together last night.
I've just been going through Ted Craven's personal belongings. Apparently he was wearing this when he was brought in. There's an inscription on the back.
Did Ted love Joe and Peggy?
Whoever they are.
Joe was Ted's brother. They had a falling out, but I doubt whether even Joe's reach could extend that far. Joe died of a heart attack a month ago. I think the man we're looking for was in custody this morning.
Twice in one day. This is an unexpected pleasure.
This is DC Jim Carver. So Caroline not around?
Caroline hasn't been around for the last 11 years. She walked out on me.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't be. From what I hear, she's doing all right for herself.
Well, actually, Jeff, I wanted to talk to you about this morning.
Well, I didn't think it was a social call, not after 19 years. You have to make it quick. I'm due at work in an hour.
And where's that?
Visit security. It's only temporary. Just till I get something better.
So where were you around about 2 o'clock this morning?
You know what I was doing? Walking off a gutful of ale.
On the Jasmine Allen estate?
Around there, yeah.
And when did you get the bruises?
What's going on?
Just answer the question, Jeff.
You know how I got them.
Well, you said you fell on the pavement and banged your head.
That's right.
Which pub were you drinking in?
I went to a few. I don't know. I can't remember.
The Railway Bell?
Possibly.
Listen, Jeff. We have a witness who saw a man answering your description approach another man in the Railway Bell last night. Now, there was an argument.
I don't believe this crap.
Now, that same man is lying in a hospital bed fighting for his life.
You mean Ted Craven?
So you admit you saw him last night?
I'll take your word for it. It was the Railway Bell. Are you really going to stand there and tell me you're bothered about what happens to that slag after what he did?
That was 20 years ago.
Might as well have been yesterday, as far as I'm concerned. If Ted Craven had testified against his brother, we could have put Joe away for good. He just didn't have the bottle.
Look, no one's making any excuses for what Ted Craven did.
Good, because if you ask me, he got what he deserved.
I am asking you, Jeff.
And I suggest you either caution me or get out.
Look, I'm just giving you the chance to explain. I'm arresting you for the assault on Ted Craven. You don't have to say anything. But it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned
Jack.
something you later line in court. Anything you say may be given in evidence. Do you understand?
Oh, never expected to see the inside of one of these places again.
Come on, Jeff. You left the pub at 11:30 and you were picked up just after 2. So that leaves 2 whole hours unaccounted for.
How much does DC make these days? Bit more than we did in my day, I bet. Of course, you'll be wanting promotion eventually. That's something I never got.
The landlord at the Railway Bell said you were looking for a fight.
I was looking for a bit more than that. Ted Craven owes me.
Owes you for what?
20 years.
You can't leave it alone, can you?
You never were big on loyalty, were you, Jack?
Look, I'm just trying to make it easy.
Easy for who? I can understand why Ted did what he did. Family, I suppose. It's you I can't seem to figure out, Jack.
You lost a lot that day, didn't you, that Joe walked free? In fact, some people think you lost it altogether.
You should know.
Why were you so certain that Ted Craven had testified against his brother?
You don't know the half. You were too busy trying to get a foothold on the promotion ladder.
Ted Craven was your snout. You've only got yourself to blame for what happened.
I know where I made my mistakes, Jack. I was stupid enough to rely on those I worked with, those I trusted.
Did you honestly think that I'd back you up after what you did?
Loyalty always was in short supply with you.
You took your car out in broad daylight and tried to run Joe down. There were witnesses.
Your little speech at the Board of Inquiry didn't go amiss, did it? Earned you a few brownie points, I bet. At least I tried to do something.
Is that what happened when you saw Ted Craven in the pub? You thought you'd teach him a lesson? Dispense your own little bit of justice? That's it, isn't it? You saw him sitting there, bold as brass. You went over, you gave him a mouthful. You knew who he was, but you didn't want him to think that he'd got one over on you, did you?
We had words.
But that wasn't enough, was it? You wanted more. You wanted those 20 years back. You wanted to even the score.
I think you've been overdoing it, Jack.
Liz, this is Peggy, Ted's sister-in-law, and her son, Mark. Ted?
He can't hear you, Mrs. Craven. He's unconscious.
Come on, Mum.
This all must have come as a terrible shock to you.
Have you arrested him yet?
Who?
That mate of yours, Jeff Allwood. Been following Mum everywhere the last couple of weeks. Even turned up at the house last night asking about Ted.
About what time?
Around 12:30. Said he'd seen Ted in the pub, wanting to know where he was.
But you didn't know Ted was back yourself.
Of course we didn't.
What about you, Mrs. Craven?
It's typical of you lot. Won't take a straight answer from no one.
I want Jeff Allwood put away for this.
Yeah, well, we're not sure that...
Oh, I'm sure, all right. You didn't hear him mouthing off last night, making threats.
I arrived home just in time. It's getting way out of order.
He threatened you?
He said he was going to find Ted and finish it for good.
Some of us have got proper jobs to go to.
You can drop the act, Jeff. We checked with Business Security. They fired you last month.
They didn't fire me. I packed it in myself.
Taking too much time off. Apparently you prefer to spend it following Peggy Craven around. Right, let's try it again, shall we? And this time I want the truth.
Would you like to inspect these?
Tapes, innit?
Sign here, please.
A lot of paperwork, Jack.
Sir?
Right.
Interview with Jeff Allwood recommences at 13:18. Officers present are Detective Chief Inspector Meadows and Detective Constable Carver. I must remind you that you're still under caution.
Yeah, all right. I know the drill, son.
Right, I'm going to ask you again, Jeff. Where were you between 11:30 and 2 o'clock this morning?
I told you. I got into a barney with Ted Craven. I was feeling a little embarrassed, a little stupid, so I decided to walk it off.
The landlord of the Railway Bell said he had to restrain you from having a go at Ted.
Oh, come on, Jack. I was tanked up. I didn't know what I was doing.
And the bruises?
I've already told you.
I understand you met Mark Craven last night.
Peggy Craven's made a formal complaint against you. She says you were harassing her.
She also said you made threats to Ted.
This is ridiculous. You're going to take the word of that tart against mine?
You don't deny you went round to Peggy's last night?
No. No, I don't.
And that you threatened Ted?
It was the drink talking.
Very convenient. Alcohol-induced amnesia.
Now, just hang on a second. I don't like Ted Craven or any other member of that family, I'll give you that. That doesn't put me in the frame for assault.
Well, it wouldn't be the first time.
Now you're getting cheap, Jack.
You're the only person that knew Ted Craven was back.
Peggy tell you that, did she? Ah, come on. There's only one reason why Ted would come back here after all this time. Especially now Joe's out of the way.
Peggy?
Her and Ted had an affair. Joe caught them at it one night. And he wasn't the forgiving sort, as you know. I knew Ted would surface sooner or later. At first I thought he'd show up at the funeral.
You went to his funeral?
Didn't take long for Ted to materialise. Of course, I didn't know for sure until last night, when I followed Peggy to that pub.
So Peggy Craven was the woman we'd said in the Railway Bell last night?
Yeah. I went in, and there he was. Just sitting there, as if nothing had ever happened.
And you went for him?
I couldn't stop myself. He made out I was off my trolley. Landlord held me back. Ted and Peggy got out of it. When that ape let me go, I went back to her place.
Peggy says Mark threw you out at 1:45. That still gives you just under an hour to get over to Ted's flat.
Be serious? After this little encounter, I could hardly walk.
So what were you doing on the Jasmine Island?
All right. I went looking for him. Now, if I'd found him, you'd be talking to the right man. But I didn't.
Can I have a word, Mrs. Craven?
Can't it wait?
No, I'm afraid it can't. You see, you've made some serious allegations and we have to follow them up.
You've got Jeff Allwood then, have you?
Mr. Hallwood is helping us with our inquiries, yes.
He was an odd one, even for a copper. Tried to run over my husband. Always had it in for him.
Your husband had a lot of enemies, didn't he? Including your brother-in-law.
He's still family.
Is Mark around?
He had to get back to the office.
Oh, yeah, the builder's yard on the Bagford Road Industrial Estate. I can remember when that was a front for one of your old man's rackets.
Don't you think this family's going for enough at the moment without you raking all that up?
Ted didn't get the welcome he thought he was going to get, did he?
You don't give up, do you?
I just want the truth.
What's that supposed to mean?
Mr. Horwood wasn't the only person who knew about you and Ted, was he? That's why I came back, isn't it? To pick up where I left off 20 years ago.
Always looking out for your own, ain't you? Coppers and ex-coppers, you all stick together.
Well, we can carry this on at the station if you want.
You've got a nerve. Ted!
Doctor!
I'm sorry, if you could just wait out
Peggy,
here.
come on, let them get on with their job.
Yeah, what is it?
I want to speak to Jack Meadows.
I'm afraid Mr. Meadows is out.
I've had enough of this. Get hold of him. Tell him it's important.
I'll see what I can do.
Why don't you just get lost?
Come on, Peggy. We all know about the affair. Joe and Ted falling out.
You don't know anything.
Can't have been easy, living with Joe. Particularly after he found out about you and Ted. Harder for you, though. What with Ted running off like that.
You don't know anything.
Jeff Horwood followed you into pub last night.
That man's off his head. He wants locking up in a padded cell.
The landlord also gave a description.
So I met my brother-in-law in a pub. It's not a crime, is it?
Ted wanted to get his feet back under the kitchen table, didn't he? With Joe out of the way, I thought he could just come waltzing back in.
It wasn't like that.
But you weren't having it, were you? Not after all those years on your own at the mercy of a thug like Joe.
How dare you speak about my husband like that?
Who else did you tell, Peggy? Who did you get to beat Ted up? Was it one of Joe's mates? I bet they're all lining up to have a go.
Gov, I don't think this is the place.
How is he?
Ted's out of surgery, Mrs. Craven, but he's still got a long way to go yet.
How do you mean?
I'm afraid he hasn't responded very well to the operation. We're going to need some more time.
You can wait, Becky, can't you? After all, you waited this long. Jim? Liz, you wait here. I think it's time we had a word with Mark. Are you Mark Craven?
Yeah, say that on the back.
It's DC Carver, I'm DC Meadows from Sun Hill. Can I have a word, please?
Yeah, we'll talk upstairs. Keep an eye on things for us, Peter.
You won't remember your Uncle Ted, will you, Mark? But before your time.
I know enough. I know he was ready to testify against his own brother.
Black sheep of the family.
Did you come here for any particular reason?
Remarkable woman, your mother. Must have been. Living with Joe Craven.
My father had respect.
That wasn't respect, that was fear.
Fear's the best kind of respect there is.
So there's no danger of you welcoming Ted back into the fold?
He's got no place here.
Too much of an embarrassment to the family pride.
Perhaps I should have a solicitor present.
If you think you need one.
An ex-copper turns up at our house making threats, and you come in here accusing me. What am I supposed to think?
From the look of Jeff Horwood, you're not shrinking violet.
I can look after myself. That's one thing Joe taught me.
OK, I'm listening.
I wasn't entirely straight with you this afternoon, Jack. You wound me up.
Go on.
It's about the bust-up between Joe and Ted, the reason why they fell out.
Yeah, you told us Peggy was having an affair with Ted.
A little more to it than that. The marriage had already run into problems by then.
Look, I haven't got the time to play guessing games, Jeff.
Joe Craven was sterile. He and Peggy couldn't have kids.
Did Ted tell you this?
Yeah.
Well, why the hell didn't you tell us this before?
He was my snout, Jack. He told me in confidence.
Any news? Must make things easier having Mark around.
Hasn't exactly been a bed of roses for him.
So how old is he now?
He's 20 this year.
Mind you, it can't have been easy for Joe, can it? Looking across the kitchen table every morning at somebody else's kid. Why didn't he tell us, Peggy? That's why he stuck around, isn't it? That's why he didn't leave Joe and run off with Ted.
You didn't just walk out on a man like Joe. It wasn't like nipping down to the divorce courts.
You were carrying Ted's child. See, we know you couldn't have children of your own with Joe. Was that the hold he had on you? The child? What did he do? He threatened to hurt the child if Ted testified. Did Mark know?
Why don't you stay away from us? Leave us alone.
He didn't, did he? He didn't know till Hallward paid you a visit last night. He couldn't wait, could he? He went straight around there. He wanted to see what his real father looked like. Jim? So tell us what happened last night after Jeff Hallward told you that Ted was back.
I went to bed. Why would I be bothered with a grass like that?
Because he's your dad. Didn't you want to speak to him? Find out why I left you? I would have done, my own father.
Joe's my dad. He brought me up.
Oh, come on, Mark. We talked to your mother. She's been living a lie all these years, and you're part of it.
Leave her out of this.
Last night, she told you everything about your real father. And you wanted to stop any nasty secrets getting out.
It wasn't like that.
What was it like trying to kill your own father?
I didn't know he was my dad, not till I spoke to him.
So you did see him?
Mum went to bed. Said we should see Ted in the morning, sort things out. She was upset. So I went round there to tell him to get lost. We didn't want him round here.
But he wouldn't go, would he? He wanted to stay with his lad. So you gave him a pasting?
No. I went round there. He poured me a drink. Wanted to talk. I told him to leave. He didn't listen.
So what did you do?
Kept on going on about Dad, about Mum, what happened between them. Wouldn't stop.
Said he was your father?
I just laughed at first. It was just stupid. He was pathetic. I tried to get away. That's when he grabbed me, saying he wanted to be my dad. He wouldn't let go. I just snapped.
You hit him?
Next thing I know, he's lying on the floor. Didn't mean for it to happen.
You beat your own father to within an inch of his life. You're a craven, all right.
Interview terminated, 1958.
Gov.
Yeah.
Ted Craven died 10 minutes ago. The charge is now murder.
He should have stayed where he belonged, in the past. OK. Jeff.
Come see me off. No, Jack. I could have made DCI. Just a question of getting the right breaks. I always knew you'd go far. You played the game. But I did the right thing. Didn't I?
Ted Craven's dead. So do me a favour, will you? Just get on with your life.
$29, $31, $33, $35. That's the one.
Ah.
What's wrong?
Do you ever get a feeling of déjà vu?
What?
We've been called to this address before. In fact, I think we've had several calls over the last few weeks. The woman thinks she's got a prowler in her garden. Might just as well be fairies.
Oh, right.
I reckon he's gone via the cafe.
Oh, here comes the cavalry. Where's the party?
Waiting for you, Steve. All right, Bob.
Oh, hello, George. I wondered if it might be you.
We got called to a disturbance?
That's right. Vaughan, nutcase. Been smashing the place up.
Seems quiet enough now.
Right, so where is he?
I locked him in his room.
It's about time they close this place down, isn't it?
You're telling me.
Yeah, well, it keeps people off the street side, doesn't it?
So does prison.
Mrs. Ballard! Who is it? It's the police. You called us. She's coming.
Thank God it's you.
You report the prowler in your garden?
It's the man. Every time I turn around, I see him.
Is he there now?
No, he's gone.
Oh, can we come and have a look?
There's
the bloke got any history that you know of, Bob?
Been with us about 3 weeks. Straight here from the nut house. If you end up at Canley Road, you've got to be desperate.
Right. We've been called out to him before?
More than likely.
Is he dangerous?
Aren't they all?
Vaughan.
Gary.
Has he been drinking or done any drugs?
Not that I know of. He'd been out since lunch. Came back, face in his boots. Said afternoon to him, not a word. Then he come up here. Next thing I know, crash bang wallet, the place is ruined and he's threatening suicide.
And you still locked him in?
OK, Bob, we'll take it from here. Just go easy, OK?
Gary. Gary, we're here to help you.
I know what you're doing.
What?
You don't care. You're just like the others.
What others?
The doctors.
Look, if you put the chisel down, we could talk about it.
Leave me alone! Put the weapon down or you're going to get hurt.
All right, all right. OK, lads. We're going to work this out, aren't we, Gary?
I just want to go back.
Back where?
Yeah, hospital.
Which hospital?
It's Broaddogs.
If we could arrange that, would you come quietly?
You can't. They won't listen. I've tried.
Look, you're sick, Gary. Anyone could see that. Isn't that right, George?
Yeah. Yeah, looks pretty peaky to me.
Sick as a dog.
We could get you sectioned under the Mental Health Act. But you'd have to put that weapon down first.
They should never let me out.
Look, trust me. Trust me.
Stay.
There's no sign of him, Mrs. Ballard.
He was standing right there.
Do you wear glasses at all?
There's nothing wrong with my eyes. I saw him. I saw him as plainly as I see you.
It's just that we have been called to this address before.
Are you saying I imagined him?
No, I'm not saying that.
What about these flats? They didn't pick themselves, did they? Look, there's 4 missing. And there's a hole in the fence where he came in. What about the hole?
The fence is rotten. You want to get it looked at.
I don't believe this.
Look, Mrs. Ballard, it's broad daylight. Now, you say you saw this man, that you've seen him before, that he's been pursuing you, and yet you can't give us an accurate description.
If you hadn't taken so long to get here, you might have caught him.
Well, if you see him again.
Why won't you listen? Why won't you believe me?
It's OK, Mrs. Ballard. It's OK.
But if you don't like doctors so much, why do you want to go back there?
But she's there, you see.
Who?
She understands me.
What's she, a nurse?
No. It's my girlfriend. She's beautiful. She listens to me. We go for walks, talk. But they won't even let me visit.
You trying?
Of course I've tried.
Look, Gary, I promise you everything will be OK.
If I can't get to see her, I'll do it.
Do what?
I'll kill myself, I will.
Here you are, gentlemen. Sunil Hilton.
Where is this? Where are you taking me?
It's all right.
This isn't the hospital.
Don't worry, we'll get someone looking.
You don't have to be mad to work in it, but it helps. Right, you understand the date of your court appearance? Right, if you see him out, please, Martin.
Got a nutter for you, Sarge. It's Gary Vaughan. We had a call at the Canley Road hostel where we found Gary in his room, which had been smashed up. He's been arrested for criminal damage.
You understand why you've been arrested, Gary?
I smashed my room up. And he's been threatening suicide as well.
Were you sent there from the hospital?
Yeah. I used to get these compulsions. That's what they called them.
I see. Well, we better get the FME down here, George. Perhaps you do a name check as well for me, please.
Sarge.
Just put this away.
What's happening? Well, we'll get you checked in and we'll have you examined. See if you have to go back to hospital or not.
I'm not mad. I'm sick. But because I know I'm sick, they say they can't help me.
It's all right. We'll get you there.
I know you don't believe me, but it's true. And it scares me half to death. I don't know what he wants, what he's after.
There have been no threats, no phone calls, nothing like that.
Letters?
Threatening letters?
More weird than threatening. I find them in the garden.
Addressed to you?
I've got them here.
Can we see them, please?
All right. You there?
They're just same words over and over again. I love you.
Well, that's how they go on. They're all like that.
Well, how many of these have you had? Mrs. Ballard, why didn't you mention any of this to my colleagues?
Didn't like to make a fuss.
Hey, is that you?
No. I thought maybe it was him.
Well, do you know anybody with the initial A?
No. I don't think so.
How long have you lived here, Mrs. Ballard?
A couple of weeks.
Maybe the intended victim isn't you. The prowler might be after a previous occupant.
I hate to say it, but it'd be a relief if he was.
What about the previous occupants?
Mrs. Shaw. It was a council exchange. Come to think of it, she was very keen to get out.
You on any drugs at the moment?
I stopped taking them.
Why?
I don't need them anymore.
You feel better?
I did. I don't now.
What did Broadoak say was wrong with you?
Compulsions. Depressions.
Okay, you can take him back to his cell now. Why is he here?
He smashed up a bedroom in a hostel.
You mentioned suicide as well.
It doesn't surprise me. They release these patients into the community, doped up to the eyeballs, but nobody checks whether they keep taking the medicine.
So what do you reckon?
Well, there is an approved psychiatric social worker coming to see him. They're trained for this and they'll advise on the best course of action.
What do you reckon then? Dangerous?
Could be.
They're not nasty, though, are they? Maybe it's just a harmless crank.
I don't know. Maybe.
So what do you think?
Interesting, but not dangerous.
So, shall I give Gary the good news, then?
I'm sorry.
Sorry?
I can't justify sectioning him.
Well, why not?
Well, if Gary kept taking the drugs he's prescribed, there wouldn't be a problem.
But he tried to commit suicide.
Yeah, well, he didn't try very hard, did he? I mean, the only marks I could see were marks on the handcuffs.
Reasonable force, Miss Warner.
OK, well, if you'll excuse me, I've got other calls to make.
Right, Reg, if you'd like to show Miss Warner out. Thanks very much.
So, it's this one. All Gary wants to do is go back to Broadoaks.
Well, of course he does. The hospital's warm, safe and familiar.
No, there's more to it than that.
Look, we can't tie up a bed just to make sure he keeps taking his pills. It's a luxury we can't afford.
Oh, what, so he's our problem now, is he, not yours?
No, I don't mean that.
Look, you've only seen him for 5 minutes. You weren't there when we picked him up.
Look, he's just not a priority case.
Oh, what, so he actually has to slit his wrist, does he, before you sit up and take noses?
Are you questioning my judgment?
No, I'm just doing my job, that's all. I wish you'd do yours.
I'll tell you what I will do. I'll take your number and lodge a complaint with Mr. Conway.
It's 171.
Wait. Who's that?
Oh, Shirley Warner. Approved social worker.
Well, you've really done it now, haven't you?
Mrs. Shaw?
Yes? Did you used to live in Chiswell Road?
Yes.
Do you think we could come in and have a word? Thank you. We were interested to know why you left Chiswell Road.
I don't see what concern it is of yours.
Well, actually, our concern is for Mrs. Ballard. She's reported a prowler in the garden, and we wondered if you knew anything about it.
No, I don't.
It had nothing to do with you putting in for an exchange.
I had my own reasons for moving.
From a nice house to this flat.
My reasons are personal and private.
You see, we just thought that maybe the man was after a previous occupant. Yourself, for example.
Me? I don't think so.
Are you married?
Divorced.
Is this your daughter?
Yes.
She must be grown up now.
Yes, she is.
Does she live with you?
Look, I know nothing about a prowler.
What's her name?
Please.
Mrs. Shaw, if this man is after your daughter, don't you think we should know about it?
He writes letters. Letters addressed to A.
Mrs. Shaw?
Anita. Her name's Anita.
Surely there's something we can do, Charles.
Yeah, but we're not the experts, are we, Reg? Miss Warner doesn't want to section him, and now the hospital doesn't want to pursue the charges. We've got to let him go. He's a free man.
Yeah, but he's a danger to himself and the public.
Says you. Gary! Gary?
Charles, let me. Gary? You're free to go now.
Where? To the hospital?
No.
I told you they wouldn't let me back.
I'm sorry.
It's all right. No, wait. She knows. She's okay.
Your girlfriend?
I'll wait. I have to wait. She has to come back sometime. I'll look out for her. I'll be there. I did it before. I'll do it again.
I've made up her room how she would have liked it.
You talk as if she's dead.
She might as well be. She's not the same. You know, she was a real achiever. We worked so hard at her exams, got good grades.
We?
Now I hardly recognise her.
It's all right, Mrs. Shaw.
I even found a nice man for her. At least, I thought he was nice.
Who was that?
Stuart Robson. He had a good job, nice manners, but it didn't work out.
Why not?
She finished with him.
Well, do you think Stuart could have written her all these letters?
I wouldn't put it past him. After they split up, he wouldn't leave her alone. He's the reason she had the breakdown. She tried to kill herself. I suppose I should have seen it coming, but I didn't.
And you think this Stuart was the cause of it?
Stuart Robson, yes.
I can't believe what you said to that woman.
You're all right, don't go on about it, George.
You'd be lucky to get away with the 163. She'll probably have you lobotomised.
I'm sure if she does make a complaint, Mr. Conway will back me up.
Ah, you think so, do you?
Do you mind if I carry on?
No, please do. We wanted to ask you about Anita.
Who?
Anita Shaw.
No, I don't know anybody by that name.
You went out with her for 6 months.
Oh, that Anita.
Have you been to Chiswell Road recently?
Chiswell Road. Why would I go there?
Come on, Stuart. You were obsessed with Anita.
I was in love with Anita. Not obsessed.
Oh, fine, but you can't keep pursuing her.
I don't.
You were seen at Chiswell Road. You've written letters.
I've done nothing. Don't come into my house and tell me I've done something when I know that I haven't. Why would I go to Chiswell Road?
To get at Anita?
But she's in hospital.
Oh, so you know about that, do you?
Well, of course I know that. Her mother says I'm the one responsible for putting her there.
And you're not?
Anita had problems well before I met her.
And where did you meet her?
At Broad Oaks.
You were a patient?
And I was a volunteer. Anita was a day patient then. But when they found out that we were seeing each other, my services were no longer required.
Right, so you decided to take it out on Mrs. Shaw instead.
Oh, she gave you my name, did she? Oh, I bet that gave her great pleasure. She's got a nerve blaming me. Look, Anita had her first breakdown when she was 15. GCSEs. Didn't want to disappoint Mummy.
Were you or have you been in the vicinity of Chiswell Road at any time today?
They moved out of that house weeks ago. Why would I want to go there?
I'm sorry, lads, but I'm just not taking the bloke back. He's dangerous.
He's got nowhere to go.
They should lock him up.
Believe me, we've tried.
This hostel has rules. I have to stick to those rules, and so do our guests. I've packed his bags for him. We're not pursuing charges. As far as I'm concerned, I'm doing him a favour. He's getting off lightly.
Yeah, but he's sick.
That's not my problem.
Oh, so you're just going to put him back out on the streets, are you?
It's all right. I've got somewhere to go.
Have you?
I'll be okay.
George, can you get his bags? We'll take him.
And what am I, the bellboy now?
I don't want the bags.
Where is this place?
In his head, probably.
I don't want a lift.
Yeah, but we have to make sure that you're all right.
Look, it's my girlfriend's place. It wouldn't impress her mum if she saw me in a police car.
Are you sure they'll let you stay?
I'll pick up the bags later.
I think we should go with him.
No!
Look, Reg, he's a free agent. If he wants to go off on his tub, we can't stop it.
Gary!
I'll be okay. She'll be home soon. I know she will. Then I'll be all right.
Nah.
Anita suffers from a bipolar disorder, which is what used to be called a manic depressive.
Will we get much sense out of her?
Yeah, she'll be fine. Just a bit slow because of the drugs she's on. There she is.
I wouldn't worry about it, Reg. It's not our problem now.
That's what everyone said. Reg, Chief Inspector Conway wants a word with you.
Besides, sounds like you've got other things to worry about.
Do you enjoy doing that? It's all right. Keeps me occupied. We spoke to your mother today. Did you? We were talking about your boyfriends. Oh.
Do you have a boyfriend at the moment?
Why are you asking me all these questions?
Anita, do you know of anyone who might have a grudge against you or your mother?
Is she all right?
She's fine.
Why are you here?
There have been a few problems at your old address. A man has been prowling around, leaving letters we believe are intended for you.
Letters?
Love letters.
Gary used to write me letters. He used to, and he stopped.
Tell us about Gary.
Gary's nice. Gary and I used to talk.
Where's he gone?
He's left.
What about Stuart? Stuart Robson?
Stuart never listened. Gary was the first person who did. Listen to what I thought, what I wanted.
Come in.
You want to see me?
Yes. I've had Miss Warner on the phone.
Oh.
Yes, oh. It seems you have a degree in psychology.
Wasn't like that, sir.
You've been telling her how to do a job.
It's a difference of opinion, that's all.
You're a police officer, Reg. You're not allowed to have an opinion.
I had reason to believe that Gary Vaughan was a danger to himself and the public.
Look, it's Miss Warner's responsibility. She's the expert. That's what she gets paid for, right? Look, a complaint has been made against you, and I'm going to have to follow it through. We need these people on our side, Reg.
Anita, I'd like you to take a look at these. Do you recognise the handwriting?
It's Gary's.
May I?
Gary's in love with you, isn't he?
He used to give me flowers.
Do you know where he is now?
We got him a place at Canley Road Hostel.
Ah, he was a patient here. Why was he released?
He has a compulsive disorder. The drugs he was put on seemed to be working. We'd no reason to keep him here.
They won't let him visit me.
Because it was upsetting you, Anita.
He said he'd write. But he didn't.
She suffered a relapse after Gary was discharged. It was felt any further contact would only make matters worse.
They all go. They all leave in the end.
Is this Gary dangerous?
Look, I'm only a nurse, not a doctor. But these letters...
Thank you. Thank you, that's all we need to know.
Good luck, Anita.
What's this about a complaint against you?
Yeah, right, don't worry about it, Steve.
Run-ins with social workers. It's not like you, Reg.
Yeah, I don't know why we bother taking these people off the streets if the social workers and the psychiatrists just put them back out there again.
Part for the course, I Reg.
Yeah, look, Mr. Conway should have backed me up, you know.
Well, he didn't know, did he?
Excuse me. We're looking for a Gary Vaughan.
He's gone now.
Eh?
Yeah, some of your lads turned up with him about an hour ago. I sent him packing.
What, did they arrest him?
No, and the hospital wouldn't take him.
So do you have any idea where he's gone?
Haven't a clue. George Garfield might know.
Thanks. Sierra Oscar 85 receiving.
Yeah, go ahead, son.
But did you pull a Gary Vaughan earlier?
Yeah, criminal damage. We released him over an hour ago.
Well, it's just that we've got him down as a suspected prowler, 35 Chiswell Road.
Must be his girlfriend's place.
That's where he's gone.
Yeah, wrong way, Sarge.
Right, we'll go round the back. Mrs. Ballard!
Anything?
No, not yet. I'm going to go upstairs. Debbie, you go round the back. Reg, you stay down here. George and I'll do upstairs.
Sarge, I know this bloke.
Well, all right. You come upstairs with me then. Mrs. Ballard. Reg. You okay?
He came in. I tried to stop him. He was yelling. Wanted to know when she was coming home. Anita thought I was her mum. I told him I lived on my own. I don't have a daughter. He went mad.
The blood.
He took a knife.
What, did he attack you?
He's in the bathroom.
It's all right, we'll look after you. George, Debbie, he's up here.
Gary!
George, call the ambulance, get the first aid kit. Debbie, you go with Mrs. Ballard, she's in shock. Right. All right, Reggie, help me stem the flow of blood, OK?
This is Anita's home. But it's not anymore. This place, I don't know. Everything's useless now. She's gone. I'm never going to see her again. Never.
Gary, she's at the hospital. She's still there.
She never even got my letters.
Try and keep still, Gary, you're losing a lot of blood.
Ambulance is on its way. Reg?
I love her. I just want to be with her.
Yeah, well, you might just get your wish now.
Diagnosis is an imperfect science, Mr. Conway. We work with symptoms and probabilities, which mean...
We let Vaughan slip through our fingers.
Is it too late to withdraw the complaint?
I think the less fuss made, the better for both of us, don't you? Come in.
So?
Reg, I just thought you'd like to know that Miss Warner has decided to withdraw her complaint against you.
Given what's happened, I thought it was the best thing to do.
Best for who?
It's regrettable. But given the same situation, I would still make the same decision about Vaughan.
So would I, Miss Warner.
Number 2, please.
Need to be on my back for at least another
Shut
week.
up, Dave. Let's get on with it.
Shut up, Tone. If I weren't in this chair, I'd have you.
Matthew, handling stolen property. My client's in some pain, Sergeant.
Well, the FME will check if he's fit to be detained as soon as he's processed.
I'm in some pain and all. You tell him.
He'll check you and all. Alistair.
Dave Webster, Tony Hall have both been arrested for handling stolen property. They were both found injured, apparently following an assault in the car park of the Askell Arms on the night of the 19th. Each of them had £600 worth of counterfeit £20 notes on them at the time. Their homes were searched with their permission whilst they were in hospital. And we found 3 stolen credit cards in Mr. Hall's home and 4 stolen credit cards and a stolen driver's licence at Mr. Webster's.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Webster, are you reasonably comfortable?
No, I'm not. I'm in considerable pain.
The doctor has confirmed that you're fit to answer questions.
Oh, yeah, big surprise.
Tell us about Tuesday night, Dave.
These 2 geezers jumped me and Tony in the Askell Arms car park. Where you found us.
Did you recognise them?
No. Complete strangers. That's frightening, isn't it?
And this was what sort of time?
This was what? Oh, right. It's about midnight, round there.
Well after closing time. And what were you and Mr. Hall doing in the Askell Arms car park around midnight?
Well, you know the kebab shop on Askell Road? Well, it was just like a pub and kebab evening, right?
Do you or Mr. Hall own a car?
No.
Then why were you in the car park?
Because, well, I thought I'd dropped something when we was leaving the pub.
And the 2 men who attacked you, were they in a car or were they walking?
No, car.
What sort of a car?
Well, it's like big and dark.
And what if I told you that we have a statement suggesting that the 2 men who attacked you were on foot?
Tony told you that, did he? Well, Tony got a knock on the head, didn't he? And he never had much up there to start with, let me tell you.
Not like you. Hey, Dave.
So you were attacked by 2 strangers?
Mm-hmm.
For the tape, I'm showing Mr. Webster Exhibit AG1, a bag containing £300 worth of counterfeit £20 notes. Now, as you know, these were found in your pockets and lying around your body. Mr. Hall had a similar number. How do you explain that, Mr. Webster?
We was framed.
You were framed? Can you think of anyone who might want to do that?
Well, somebody planted it. I don't know who or why. But hold on a minute, listen. I'm the victim here, right? I mean, you have noticed this, have you? You should be out there trying to find the person who done this to me.
Dave, when we searched your flat, we found 4 stolen credit cards and a stolen driver's licence. Now, were they planted there too?
Right. I nicked the cards. But it was just like one afternoon last week. I just had this spell, you know. Couple of calves, a pub. These handbags are just sitting on the side by the tables. Basically, it was too easy. It's hard sometimes not just to do what you do.
That's deep, Dave.
Well, deep's my middle name, Mr. Skase.
You mean the opportunity was there and you took it?
Yeah, right, but I'm being straight with you now, aren't I? And that's because I'm earning money and I'm keeping out of trouble.
Oh, is that right? So what's on your CV these days?
Am I what?
What have you been doing lately?
Oh, well, various. You know the Peachtree? Doing some bar work down there, cleaned some cars for Billy Walsh, helped my mate with some removals, you know, various.
Billy Walsh?
Yeah, and the bar work, like I say.
What exactly have you done for Billy Walsh?
Nothing. He's got this car lot on Stamen Road. I've just cleaned some cars for him, that's all.
Billy Walsh? He's a nasty one, isn't he?
How do you mean?
You know what I mean. He's a bit of a player, isn't he? He finds uses for baseball bats that were never intended.
Hey, listen to what I'm saying, right? Because it's important. I don't know nothing about Billy Walsh, OK? Now you tell him.
I think Mr. Webb has made that clear.
Did Walsh attack you, Dave?
No, no way.
Right, well, what I think we'll do is we'll go and have a chat with him and we'll continue this interview later.
Paul, there's no need to do that.
Why, you got anything else to tell us?
No, but it's...
Yes?
No.
Who do you think's more frightened, Hall or Webster?
Hard to know what Hall was thinking, Rod. But then Walsh has that effect on people. They start getting confused and forgetting things.
So have you come across Walsh before?
Yeah. Funnily enough, the witness I had then ended up in hospital too.
Well, I'll tell you what, if he is involved, I can't imagine Webster or Hall finding enough moral fibre to give evidence.
No, neither can I.
Billy Walsh. Hello. DC Skates. DS Greg, Scannell.
Hey, Billy.
Mr. Greg. How's business, Billy?
Oh, I'm a busy man.
Yeah, you're rushed off your feet, aren't you?
Shall we go inside?
No.
Okay. Tell me, Billy, have you come across Dave Webster or Tony Hall?
Sure.
In what connection?
They clean my cars.
How well do you know them?
I don't know them. They just clean my cars. Kevin Fisher brought them in.
Kevin Fisher. Owns a junk shop.
Oh, mate of his, are ya?
Who's Fisher?
Oh, just another mug. I'm surrounded by fools, Mr. Gregg. You know how it is.
Sticks and stones, Billy. But then you'd know all about that, wouldn't you?
When did Hall and Webster last work for you?
A couple of days ago. What have they done?
Nah, it's what's been done to them. You see, they just got out of hospital this morning.
So?
What were you doing on the night of the 19th?
What, Tuesday? Having a drink.
To what time?
Till late. You nearly finished.
So, Kevin Fisher works with you too, does he?
Worked. I got rid of him.
Why'd you do that?
What's it to you?
Hall, Webster and Fisher all worked for you until a few days ago and then just stopped. Why?
I haven't got the faintest.
We'll just have to ask them then, Billy, won't we?
Do that. And while you're at it, tell them I'm looking forward to seeing them again.
Is that a threat?
No, it's a get well message.
We'll ask them exactly what they were doing for you, why they stopped, and what happened on Tuesday night.
Know what? I've got a feeling they won't remember.
I think that you and Tony and maybe your mate Kevin all made the mistake of crossing Billy Walsh and you got beaten up as a result. Now, what were you doing for him and how did you cross him?
All right. You tell me something. Walsh had an alibi for Tuesday night, didn't he? Yeah, I'm right, ain't I? So what's the point of me saying anything?
Why don't you tell us your side of the story, Dave?
Yeah? Well, supposing Walsh gets off after me and Tony have been in the box. I mean, it's hard to believe that, isn't it? But it does happen. And where does that leave us? I'll tell you where. Playing baseball with him and his pal again.
Just tell us the story, Dave. Why did Walsh beat you up and how's Kevin involved?
No. You're dreaming, mate. No way.
Look, you know you're probably going to be in trouble with Walsh again anyway because you dropped us his name.
You told him.
No, we never breathed a word, but he's going to guess, isn't he?
Oh, perfect.
Look, if you cooperate, we'll tell the judge, and then maybe, just maybe, we'll be able to pin something on Walsh. Now, you'd like that, wouldn't you?
Not good enough.
We're not making deals here, Dave. I don't see you've got much choice.
All right, this is it. We was working for Walsh. Kevin got us a job. Reckons him and Walsh are best mates.
Now, that doesn't sound like the Kevin Fisher that I've met. Sarge, I've run into him a few times. He's a loser. He's strictly small talk.
Yeah, I know. But he went to school with Walsh or something. And Maggie, all three of them at the same school together.
Maggie's Kevin's wife.
Yeah, right. So he gets me and Tony this job. And we wash cars and vacuum and wax. And then Kevin says if we can get hold of any gear, we can sell it for us.
What sort of gear are we talking about?
Mr. Webster, I don't
Credit cards.
Right, let's get this completely clear. You and Tony stole credit cards and passed them on to Fisher, who sold them to Walsh. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
And you'll make a statement about that?
No, I can't.
Oh, come on.
I mean it, I can't. We never dealt with Walsh. All I did was pass the stuff to Kevin. Kevin's the middleman. He's the only one to deal with Walsh. He's the one you need.
And what about the counterfeit money? You got anything to do with that?
Well, that was the problem, weren't it? Walsh was playing us in the funny stuff, and he's like making fools out of us. I mean, you do a job and you expect to get paid for it. Am I right?
Right, yes. So what did you do?
Walsh said he'd meet us in the Ascot Arms, have a chat about it. So we get there early, have a few drinks and that. And he turns up with a friend of his just before closing time. Well, Kevin's like Billy this, Billy that, like they're best mates. But I just slam the notes on the table and tell him he's been cheating us.
So there you are, in the middle of Walsh's local boozer, shouting at him, shoving his counterfeit money in his face, and accusing him of being a cheat. Do you like hospitals, Dave?
Yeah, well, maybe I was pissed by then, I don't know. But it's the way he's been treating us.
Like fools?
Yeah, exactly. So he says, look, meet us in the car park at midnight. Him and his mate turn up and they get something out of the boot of the car. Well, I'm thinking it's money. But it's not. It's baseball bats.
So where's Kevin Fisher in all this? Did he get beaten up or not?
Nah, he legged it. He's probably hiding somewhere. Kevin's your man, though. I mean, he's the one who sold the stolen credit cards, got the counterfeit money off Walsh, the lot. Kevin's the one who can finger him for you. The only problem is he won't. He's too scared.
We'll see.
Yeah? And we'll see if you find Kevin before Walsh does, because I bet he's out there looking for him right now.
Mum!
Maggie Fisher, DS Gregg, DC's case from Sunhill.
Hi, Maggie.
What's he done, Rod?
We just want to talk to him.
Well, he's not here. Do you want to go upstairs, Chris? Mum. Go on, you can watch TV.
Chris is looking well.
Don't pretend to be my friend, Rod. What's Kevin done now?
You know where he is, Mrs. Fisher?
He left earlier. I don't know where he went.
Do you know a Billy Walsh?
Well, of course I do. Chris's godfather.
Godfather? How appropriate.
Yeah, well, we're all at school together.
And he finds Kevin work, is that right?
Bits and pieces. Kevin thinks that Billy's like his big brother.
So they're mates.
No, whatever Kevin tells you, Billy is not his mate.
Is Kevin with Billy now?
Listen, you're not helping us, Maggie. We've had 2 men in hospital badly beaten, and now Kevin's gone missing.
Kevin never beat anyone up.
We know that. We think he might be the next victim.
Look, he's fine. He's not missing.
Where is he then?
He went out this morning. I don't know where.
Well, did you notice anything different about him or unusual?
Well, maybe he was a bit quiet, a bit moody. He's usually so full of himself, so full of ideas.
Yeah, what about Dave Webster or Tony Hall? Do you know them?
Don't mention those two to me.
What? What about them?
Well, you see, Dave, Tony and Kev could sit around all night talking about when they won the lottery. And in the meantime, they reckon there's a fortune to be made out of this junk.
Is Kevin with Billy Walsh? Because Walsh beat up Tony and Dave.
Billy wouldn't hurt Kevin.
How can you be sure?
Oh, I'm sure.
Sounds like you know Billy quite well.
What is that supposed to mean?
Look, we think your husband could be in danger. Why won't you tell us where he is?
Billy turned up this morning, went off with Kevin. He said they had something to talk about, something to sort out. He said he wanted some privacy.
Any guesses where they are?
I don't want to get Kevin into any trouble.
Maggie, come on.
Tried the car lot?
No, he's not there.
Well, you tried his new place?
What new place?
Billy's opening a club. It's on Ockham Street.
Walsh obviously hasn't had a go at him. There he is. Kevin!
Oh, afternoon, Mr. Skase. How can I help you?
This is DS Greg.
Oh, afternoon, Sergeant. Kevin Fisher, assistant manager.
Assistant manager of what?
Billy Walsh's new club. Come and have a look. Of course, it's early days yet, but this will be the reception area. Hostesses and all that. They'll have a cocktail bar, dancing, entertainment, like class entertainment, know what I mean? Well, Billy's spending thousands on this place. A bit of showpiece of Sun Hill.
So, Kevin, you're all right then?
Oh, never better, Mr. Skase. I've landed right on my feet. I mean, look at this. How much do you reckon it cost?
You mean you had to pay for that?
300 nicker.
How did you afford that, Kevin?
You're surprised, aren't you, Mr. Skase, eh? You didn't think I had it in me, did you? Well, this is the new Kevin Fisher. Yeah? It's big, innit? See that? Whole new sound system. State of the art, I'm telling you.
Really?
Kevin, did Walsh buy that suit for you?
And Mr. Walsh, my mate Billy Walsh gave me a loan against my wages.
When was that?
Today's Adams. We went down the high street, I picked something out. So seriously, what do you reckon, eh? I was going for subtle but distinctive.
Try tasteless but crap. What's this? How'd you get this? Management training, was it?
I fell over the other night.
Still, you got off lightly compared to Tony and Dave, didn't you?
I don't know what you're talking about. Look, we're stripping all the bar fittings, changed all the lights.
Listen, Kevin, your mate Billy Walsh is using you. We know the whole story. He bought stolen credit cards from you and paid you in counterfeit cash. And when you complained, he put Dave Webster and Tony Hall in hospital and broke your wrist.
Where'd you get all this from, mate? Now, maybe you better leave.
I think your friend Billy Walsh has given you this job to keep you quiet so you won't testify against him.
Oh, right. Dave's told you this, hasn't he? Yeah? Well, maybe Dave and Tony are involved in that sort of stuff. But like I said, I'm an executive now.
As of when?
Look, Billy's always wanted me to be his number.
Really? As of this morning, Kevin, eh? When Billy came to collect you and bought you that suit and made you an executive.
What's he going to do when he decides that you're not a safe bet after all, eh?
I'll tell you what he's going to do, Kevin. He's going to take you out. Do you understand what I'm saying? He is not your friend, Kevin. Get that right out of your head.
You just can't believe it, can you, eh? You just can't believe I got it right, can you, Mr. Skase?
All right, Kevin?
Yeah, fine. I was just telling him, you know.
Telling him what?
About this place, about the plans.
Well, that's not why you're here, is it?
Yeah, Mr. Walsh, have you ever come across any counterfeit currency in your various lines of work?
I don't think so, but we'll certainly keep them peeled, won't we, Kevin?
You see, your two friends, Kevin, Tony and Dave, they told us they'd been paid in counterfeit notes.
Yeah, that ain't right. I mean, first, I wouldn't know a dodgy note if I saw one. And second, Dave and Tony ain't my friends.
Yeah, but they seem pretty certain about what happened.
Well, you know old Dave, don't you, Mr. Skase? Always complaining about one thing or another.
Oh, yeah, funny that, isn't it? Right now he's complaining about some guy breaking his leg with a baseball bat. Fuss.
Look, I'll tell you something about Dave and Tony, shall I? Hey? They're not very bright, OK? I mean, honestly, am I right, Billy?
Mr. Walsh, Kevin, when we're at work. Oh, it's, the loos at the back. Now, will they work or won't they? Just find out and tell me. I think Kevin's made it clear, don't you? Neither of us know anything about any counterfeit money. Neither of us know anything about those two fools who got beaten up. I'd like you to leave now. As you can see, we're busy.
I've had enough of all this. I'm arresting you on suspicion of handling stolen goods.
You what?
You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something which you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence.
Credit cards, Kevin. Right now we're holding two men who put them directly into your hands. You know, you could be facing up to 10 years.
Nothing like it, Kevin. He's winding you up.
Come on.
We're trying to help you, Kevin.
Oh, right, that's a new angle, isn't it?
Listen, Kevin, at the moment we've got enough to put you away. But if you tell us what you know, we'll be able to put Walsh in prison.
And we'll tell the judge that you helped us, which with your record can only be good for you.
Look, I'm not grassing on Walsh, all right? Everything's sorted between us now.
He's using you, Kevin. He's making a fool out of you.
Do I look like a fool, eh? Well, do I? All right, Chris. All right, mate. Come on, down you get. Go on, I'll see you in a minute. Go on, go off.
You found him then?
You told him where I was, didn't you? Thanks, Max. I was just getting on top of things.
You? On top of things? Don't make me laugh.
I had a new life starting.
Oh, how nice for you.
We've arrested him, Maggie, for handling stolen goods.
Kevin.
Sorry, love. Everything's fine.
No, everything is not fine.
Honestly, love, it's just a setback, all right? But it's all come and good, I swear.
You've got no idea, have you? You're completely clueless!
Come on, you're upset, you're bound to be. But don't worry, right? I'm not going down for this, I'm not. If I do, it won't be for long. And Billy will look after you, won't he?
Oh, get him out of here.
No, he will, love. He will. He's always said how much he likes you.
Please, just get him out of my sight.
Should we start upstairs?
Maggie.
Kevin, come on.
You see, what you're missing, right, is that Walsh is the only one I can rely on. I mean, Dave Webster's grasped me up. You only ever use me for whatever information you can get out of me. You see what I'm saying? Nobody understands my point of view in all this, all right? It's hard for me.
Dad?
Chris, be a good boy, will you? Go and watch a video.
Why is Uncle Billy coming?
Why'd you say that?
Mum always tells me to go and watch a video when Uncle Billy comes.
Uncle Billy, Chris? Who's he?
He comes to see Mum sometimes, but I'm not supposed to say.
Chris? Is that Billy Walsh?
No, he's getting confused. I mean, Billy's not the best godfather. He's hardly ever here. You've hardly ever met Billy, have you, Chris? Uncle Billy.
What? What's he on about?
Uncle Billy, Max. Chris says he's not supposed to talk about him.
All right, Kevin.
Max?
What? What are you asking me?
Don't do this to me, girl. Not in front of them. Now, what was Billy doing here?
He just used to come over for a talk sometimes.
Why? What for?
When you were working, at the car lot, wherever. You'd be surprised. He's a good listener.
But what are you telling me exactly?
I don't know.
What happened when he came here?
How do you think you got the work, Kevin?
He's my friend. Friends help each other out.
How do you think you wound up with just this when Dave and Tony wound up in hospital?
Because Dave and Tony were being disrespectful and pushing their luck.
He's not your friend, Kevin.
But he's given me this job and everything because he knows that I wouldn't show him disrespect.
The jobs you got, they were a favour to me.
Yeah, but it was just talking, wasn't it? You know, you and Billy. I mean, it was just talking, wasn't it? I can understand that, you know. You want a friend to have a chat with.
It started off like that, yeah.
What? And then what was it? But you don't even like him. You told me so.
I did it to keep everything together, to keep it all going.
I thought I was finally taking control of things.
Oh, Kevin, let me talk to you. Not here, not with them here. I did it for Chris, for all of us. Or someone had to be realistic.
I'll testify against him.
Yeah? Good.
Will it be enough?
Yeah, I should think so. Look, we'll go down to the station and make a statement.
Anything. I'll do whatever you need, understand?
Kevin, please.
Let's go, let's go now.
You are a plumber, aren't you? I mean, fixing pipes is what you do, isn't it? Well, fix them!
Hello, Billy.
What do you want?
What's the matter? Are we ruining your ambience?
I'd like to have a look inside your safe, please, Billy. We do have a warrant.
Billy, you're looking a bit worried.
Well, I don't even know what's in that safe.
Is that right? Is that right? Well, that's not what we hear.
What? What's he on about?
He's on about arresting you for assault, handling stolen goods, and knowingly uttering counterfeit currency.
Not me.
We have 3 witnesses.
It's all going from bad to worse, isn't it, Billy?